Hi folks, back again. Bathrobe Chronicles number 59. Today is December 9th, 2009. Well, over the past few days I thought about having sort of an update. Just comment on how it's been going for me since I've been doing this now, I think a couple of months. Tonight, boy was I flattered. I have this young fellow who I work with who actually works with us part-time. One of the hardest working people I've ever met in my life. He has 1, 2, 3, let me see, 2, 3, 4. He has 5 jobs. And these are all jobs that require a lot of responsibility. And he's like, as I said, one of the hardest working guys around. Ironically, he passed on the Chronicles to a friend of his, and boy was I flattered tonight. I was at work and he received 2 emails, the stupid BlackBerry things. Yeah, they're still stupid even though he has one. I couldn't believe it. And this is from, a person who is what in our business we would call a reliable, responsible member of the community. Couldn't believe it. But anyway, V, down there in Georgia, thanks for your interest. I really do appreciate it, and I appreciated the remarks. You can even send bad remarks. I'll take any kind of remarks. But anyway, let's see here. The past couple of months, I now have 76 videos. There's been 975 views, which average about 12.8 per video. And the one that has the most, which is now 73, is the one I did on the Sweat Lodge. Do you folks remember that James Ray guy who 3 people ended up being killed out in Sedona, Arizona? Well, that's the one that has garnered the most interest. As I said, that's 73 people. I haven't gotten that many responses. I guess I'm up to about maybe 9 or 10, somewhere in that range, maybe 11, 2 of which are I would call spam. In other words, these were people wanting me to do something or sell me something or whatever. But I had the other ones, and they've all been well written and expressed their comments well. I had one I mentioned a couple of days ago or yesterday about a young fellow whose sister is all eat up with this energy healing stuff. Sad to say, I haven't answered these, and I'm really a well-intentioned person. I just basically don't follow up on anything, and I rarely finish anything. In fact, speaking of finishing, I should have started this daggone watch. So let me start it now. Anyway, where was I? One fellow wrote and asked, what do I have against the Catholic Church? I did, well, I mentioned Catholic Church more than once, but anyway, I did the one on Senator or Representative, I can't remember which, Patrick Kennedy from Rhode Island, and the bishop said he can no longer have take communion. Well, being an atheist, I think it's kind of hard for me to get warm fuzzy feelings about a God and things like that. But it just seems like the absurdity of it all. In other words, oh gosh, Patrick Kennedy, his job as a representative or congressman, I can't remember which, supports abortion. That's the law of the land. And even I'm sure that Mr. Kennedy would say that doesn't necessarily mean he thinks abortion is good. I don't think any of us think abortion is good. But just the absurdity of the Catholic Church trying to tell him how to vote, and then taking away his right to communion, which I think communion is really pretty darn bizarre. You're drinking the blood of God and all this kind of stuff. How ridiculous is that? And then, of course, I'd commented before about all the people in the Catholic Church parading around these bizarre costumes. So anyway, the guy didn't like my take on the Catholic Church or ask what I had against it or whatever. Excuse me. I'd also commented you know, the Pope was in Africa, for crying out loud, and told these poor people not to use condoms. And I made the comment the Pope should, like, melt down the Vatican if he actually cared about people, and he could, you know, feed the world forever. But anyway, what was the other comments about? Oh, one lady said, ask what I believe in. She said, you know, you sit there with your cigarettes or your booze and so forth and so on. And she asked, are you an atheist? Well, yeah, I am. And what do you believe in? Well, I don't know. Do you actually have to believe in something? I mean, in other words, I don't know how much time. Let me go to part 2 on this thing. I'll be right back.